Hello, everybody. This is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics bringing to you week 3 of the 1915 time travel game season of the Federal League. In this game, we have spent some time in the first 2 games talking about how to play this game. And I think it is designed to play quickly. They give you just general high fly outs, pop-ups, chop ground outs, slow ground outs. And that kind of tends to help you move the game along in a fast manner. I like to know where the plays go, and by the game, you check the gamble card. We talked about that yesterday. But I'm going to add a 10-sided die today to get some help on the direction of where the outs and hits go. So normally this 10-sided die is not part of the game. That's the only reason it's here. We're going to play it quickly. I'm not even going to score the game while we're rolling. I'll score it between innings, and we'll see how fast we can get this done. George Suggs is on the mound for the Baltimore Terrapins. He started out his major league days with the Detroit Tigers, 2 times a 20-game winner. Missed it by 1 game, 1 season. Played for the Tigers and also the Cincinnati Reds. Today his task is to get a win for the Baltimore Terrapins. Both teams need a win badly. Baltimore finished in last place in the actual league season, but they're 1-1 this year. And right now Kansas City is 0-2. They need a win in the worst way. All right, let's start rolling the dice. Chadbourne steps into the box. 5, that's off the pitcher's card. That's a high fly out to left field. The opposite way, 1 away. George Perrin, he's the only star player in the game. He's got a star by his third base defensive rating. 7 off the batter's card is a high fly out to left field, 2 outs. Now Duke Kenworthy. And Kenworthy rolls an 8 off the pitcher's card. That's going to be a base hit. And the Packers get their first base runner. Base hit to center field. Here is Al Shaw, outfielder, 281 hitter in 1915. 3 off the pitcher's card is a short single. That is going to be a 1-base advance. First and second, Packers. Grover Gilmore, left-handed batter, 285 hitter. That's a doubles roll, so we will draw a gamble card. And that is off the talent card, which is the hitter. So 1-1. On the hitter is a triple for Grover Gilmore, and the Kansas City Packers get on the scoreboard early, 2-0. That brings the bat Ted Easterly, the catcher. Gilmore's at third. 4 off the pitcher's cards, base on balls. Suggs retired the first 2 Packers and has had all kinds of trouble since then. Here is Johnny Rollins, the shortstop. 7, gamble card. Runner on third. They triple down the line to the deepest part of the ballpark. Unless the pitcher has an 8 strikeout on his card. He doesn't. So that's a triple for Rawlings. 4-0 Packers in the first. That's the highest scoring inning so far in the league competition to date. 4 runs in the inning. George Stovall. 9 off the batter's cards, a chopper ground out to third base. 3 outs. But the Packers get 4 runs in the first and say, "How do you do?" to the Baltimore Terrapins. Pitching for Kansas City Packers is Chief Johnson. He is the guy who gave up the first home run in Wrigley Field, so that's a trivia question. Gave it up to Art Wilson on April 23rd, 1914. And Johnson, he met a tragic end when he was 36 years old. He was shot to death in a dice game in 1922 in Des Moines, Iowa. Vern Duncan steps into the box for the Baltimore Terrapins. 10 off the batter's card is a base hit for Vern Duncan. Fast runner at first, nobody out. Harry Swasina. He is a hard man to strike out. That's what the Circle K with the line through it means. 7 is a slow ground out to the shortstop. Swasina is retired. And runner on first goes to second, 1 down. Duncan's at second. Here is Jack McCandless. McCandless sometimes led off for the Orioles, or not the Orioles, the Terrapins, but we've got him batting third here. It's 11. That's a short single. Question mark is a check of left-right splits. If he was a right-handed batter against a right-handed pitcher, that'd be an out. But the short single, he's not. He's left-handed batter. First and third, Terrapins are threatening in the bottom of the first. Here's Steve Evans, .315 hitter in 1915. 5, hard ground ball to the second baseman. Kenworthy is only played as the first. Terrapins score a run. It is 4-1. And what determined that was a fact that the visiting teams are careless on defense. The home teams are alert, or if you have a tough pitcher, you have an alert defense. So Steve Evans is retired. That brings the bat Jimmy Walsh. 9 off the pitcher's card is an infield pop-up to the third baseman. Perrin calls for it and makes the catch. 3 outs. We go to the top of the second inning. It's the Kansas City Packers 4, Baltimore Terrapins 1. Chief Johnson leads off for the Packers in the top of the second inning. The Packers are up by 3. He is a rated just pitcher at bat. 3 off the batter's card is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away. Here's Chet Chadbourne. 7 off the pitcher's card. Take a gamble. That's off the pitcher. And with nobody out, that's a double. Unless it's an ace pitcher, he's not an ace pitcher. So a 2-base hit for Chet Chadbourne. George Peering. 9 off the pitcher's card. Chopper, ground out to third base. Batter on, let's see. Runner holds at second. Duke Kenworthy, 2 outs. And 5 off the batter's card is a line drive to right field. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the second. 4-1 Kansas City. Otto Nobby leads off for the Terrapins in the bottom of the second inning. Here's a pitch from Chief Johnson. 4 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3, 1 down. Here's the catcher, Yip Owens. 6, slow ground out toward shortstop. Throw to first. Owens is the second out. Here's Mickey Dooling, light hitting shortstop for the Terrapins. 6 is a ground out up the middle. The pitcher's got it. throws the first, 3 outs. That's the end of the second inning. We go to the top of the third. Kansas City 4 and Baltimore 1. All right, George Suggs returns to the mound. He is a hard luck pitcher. He's not a workhorse, so he can get fatigued if he gives up another run. After 5 runs, pitchers are fatigued. Alan Shaw steps into the box for Kansas City. First roll of the third inning. 6 is an infield pop-up toward the mound. The second baseman for Baltimore, Nobby, wants it and makes the catch. 1 away. Here's Grover Gilmore. 11 off the pitcher's cards, a base hit. Gilmore takes first, and he is 2 for 2 with a triple and a single. Ted Easterly. 11. That's also a single. And runner goes to second, first and second. 1 down, Johnny Rollins. 9, chopper ground out toward first base. 2 outs. And now George Stovall. George Stovall was a player manager. He was the first man signed away from the National League. Played with the St. Louis Cardinals. 3 off the batter's cards. A swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 3 outs. Packers threaten in the third, but don't score. Chief Johnson returns to the mound. And first up for Baltimore is the pitcher, George Suggs. He's a battler as a hitting pitcher. Doubles, we take a gamble card. That's off the batter's card, 4-4. Pressure plays a strikeout in basic. 1 away. Vern Duncan. Duncan is 1 for 1 and scored the only Terrapin run. 7 off the pitcher's card, take a gamble. Short single as shortstop is playing too deep to make the play. Alert, it's a slow rollout to the shortstop. Again, the Kansas City defense would be careless because they're the road team. That's a hit for Duncan. Harry Swasina. Duncan's at first, 1 away. 8 off the pitcher card is a sharp ground out. And that takes us to the stadium card, sharp ground out. Swasina is a right-handed batter, so we'll roll the red die again. If it's a 1, it's a base hit. Right-handed batter would be an out. He didn't have a chance on that. So the sharp ground out is a double play. That's it. We go to the fourth inning, 4-1 Packers. Okay, before we roll fourth inning, let's check the Federal League's out-of-town scoreboard. Buffalo Blues are at Pittsburgh, and they are ahead of the Rebels 3-0. They scored 3 runs in the first inning. Chicago's at Brooklyn, and they are leading the Brooklyn Tip-Tops 1-0. And the Newark is hosting the St. Louis Terriers. Terriers lead after 3-1. I've been trying to do something I'm usually not successful doing, but let's give it a shot again. Since I'm not scoring except for in between innings, I'm going to try to keep these markers to follow the outs on the board so you can see how many outs there are. Leading off for the Packers is the pitcher, Chief Johnson. All right, the Terrapins are going to try to go as far as they can with George Suggs. Another run, he'll be fatigued. Here's the pitch to Chief Johnson. 8 off the pitcher card is a base hit. Top of the order, Chet Chadburn. 11 off the pitcher card. That's going to be a single up the middle. And the runner at first goes to second. First two are on, George Perrin. 5 off the pitcher card's a high fly out to left field, 1 away. Brings up Duke Kenworthy, probably the best Kansas City hitter at 298. He rolls an 8 off his card. That's a slow ground out. Just in front of the plate, picked up by the catcher to throw to first. 2 outs. Kenworthy is retired on a nice play by Yip Owens. Here's Al Shaw, 2 outs, 2 on, second and third. Kansas City has a chance to get Suggs out of the game. Here's the pitch. 11 off the pitcher card. That's a base hit up the middle. And both runners will score. 6-1 Packers. Timeout. All right, the Terrapins are going to dip into their bullpen and bring in Rankin Johnson. He's a hard luck pitcher. And he's got 2 outs, a man at first, and Grover Gilmore at the plate. Gilmore is 2 for 2. He has tripled and singled. Here's the pitch to Gilmore. 8 off the pitcher cards, a line drive to third, 3 outs. That's it for the Packers, but they scored twice. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Kansas City 6 and Baltimore 1. Jack McCandless, the number 3 hitter, is first up for Baltimore. 4 off the batter card is a swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 down. Steve Evans. Let's take a gamble on every double roll. It's off the pitcher card. 2-2 is a infield line out to the pitcher. Chief Johnson with a catch, 2 outs. Jimmy Walsh. 7 off the pitcher card is take a gamble. Nobody's on base. Pop out to the catcher. Fine Bunner, though, pushes a bunt in front of home plate and is safe at first. Catcher throws first base off the bag, E2. He is a fine bunter, so that's a single. 2 outs, Walsh is at first. Otto Nabi. 9 off the pitcher card. That's an infield pop-up to the pitcher. Chief Johnson takes it himself. That's it for the 4th inning. We go to the top of the 5th. 6-1 Kansas City. Rankin Johnson returns to the mound to pitch for the Terrapins. We've got Johnson against Johnson in this game now. Ted Eschy leads off in the top of the 5th for the Kansas City Packers. Here's the pitch to Easterly. 3-2 is a 5 off the batter card. That's going to be a line drive to second base, 1 away. Johnny Rollins. 7 is gamble card. Line drive pass to short. If the shortstop 3 is a 3, he is positioned to make the play perfectly. He's not a 3, so that's a base hit for Johnny Rollins. 1 out, 1 on. Here's George Stovall, the player manager. 5 off the pitcher card. Short single. Stovall's at first. Rawlings at second. Here's the pitcher, Chief Johnson. 1 for 2. He has struck out and singled. So there is 1 out. Okay, here's the pitch. Gamble card. That's off the pitcher. 4-4 is the infield pop-up to short. 2 outs. Top of the order, and Chet Redburn fouls off the first pitch as I drop the dice on the floor. Pitch to Redburn. Another gamble card, 1-1. That's going to be a short double That's a result that's not on this list here. So we'll call that like a bloop double, maybe, or pop fly double. Runners advance two ounces or two bases. There's two outs, so both runners score, and it is now 8-1 Packers. George Perrin. Played an exhibition game when I first got this game, and I played it against the Terrapins with the Kansas City Packers. They won that game 6-0. Here's the pitch to Perrin, who is 0 for 3. 4 off the pitch card is a walk. Misery for Baltimore continues. Here is Duke Kenworthy. Gamble card. 3-3, that's off the pitcher. High fly out to right field. 3 outs, but the Packers play 2 more runners. It's 8-1 Kansas City. Catcher Yip Owens leads off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Terrapins. 7 off the batter card is a line fly out to right field, 1 down. Mickey Doolin. 7 off the batter card is also a line fly out. This time to left field. 2 outs. And now the pitcher, Rankin Johnson. 9 off the pitch card is an infield pop-up to second base. Duke Kenworthy is under it and makes the call and the catch. 3 outs. We go to the top of the 6th. It's Kansas City 8-1 over the Terrapins. All right, it's time to take a look at the History Maker out-of-town scoreboard. And that is Buffalo at Pittsburgh, Chicago at Brooklyn, and St. Louis at Newark. So the Buffalo-Pittsburgh game, Buffalo scored 3 in the first inning. They still lead Pittsburgh 3-1. Chicago and Brooklyn are tied in Brooklyn 3-3. And then the St. Louis Terriers and Newark Peppers are also tied in Newark 3-3. Here, the Terrapins are trailing Kansas City 8-1. The Packers have been scoring in pairs, 2 each time they've scored. Chedburn has 2 RBIs, Shaw 2 RBIs, Gilmore and Rawlings each have 2 RBIs. Al Shaw leads off the top of the 6th for Kansas City. 8, line out to the first baseman, 1 away. Hit it on the screws, but first baseman Harry Swasino was right there. Grover Gilmore. 10 off the pitch card is a strikeout. 2 outs. Ted Easterly. 9 is a swing and a miss. So finally the Packers go down without a whimper. It is 8-1. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Vern Duncan leads off the Terrapins in the bottom of the 6th inning. They have a mountain to climb. They're down by 7 runs. Duncan came up to the major leagues with the Philadelphia Phillies in 1913. Was bought away from them by the Terrapins. He played outfield, mostly center field for them for 2 years. But after the Federal League folded, he never got back to the major leagues, played in the minors until 1927. Here's a pitch to Vern Duncan. 3 off the batter card is a base on balls, and that's what the Terrapins need most. Patience at the plate, base runners. Here's Harry Swasina, tough man to strike out. Pitch from Chief Johnson. 9 off the batter card, a chopper ground out to second base. Draw a count. It's going to be a fielder's choice. We'll see which one is going to be out. Batter card. So the hitter is out. Swasina is out, 1 down. Duncan goes to second. Here's Jack McCandless. Base hit off the batter's card. That is a single. And Man on first moves to second, other runner scores, so that scores the run. And then the plus sign means that he could steal second. There's one down, one in, and even though they're down by 6 runs, McCandless is going to see if he can ignite his team. A 6 would be out. He is safe. McCandless steals second. Steve Evans, base hit, will get another run. 10 off the batter card is a line drive to first base. 2 outs. Runner holds, Jimmy Walsh. 6 off the batter cards, a swing and a miss, strike 3. We go to the 7th, Kansas City 8, and Baltimore Terrapins 2. Rankin Johnson returns to the mound, and he is going to be facing the bottom of the Packers order, Johnny Rollins, George Stovall, and Chief Johnson. Here's the pitch to Johnny Rollins. 3 off the batter cards, a base hit. Leadoff single for the Packers. Slow runner at first, George Stovall. He's a fine bunter. Oh, the 6-run lead, I think he's going to continue to swing away. 4 is a, off the batter's card, line fly out, the hit and run play, that would have been a base hit. So line out to second base. 1 down. Here's the pitcher, Chief Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 3. He has single and scored. 6 off the hitter card, a sharp ground out toward shortstop. Let's see, he's a right-handed batter, so that's going to be an out. And off the ballpark card, that's a double play, but that's it. Double play, 6-4-3. Go to the bottom of the 7th, 8-2. Here's Otto Nabi, the second baseman of the Terrapins, leading off for Baltimore. 11 off the pitcher card is a single for Nabi. Fast runner at first. Yip Owens, the catcher. 7 off the pitcher card, take a gamble. So we'll read the 1 off first. Curve on his fist, strikes out the batter. Batter with a 7 line fly out on his card, punches a single. He does have a 7 on his card, so that's a base hit rather than a strikeout. First 2 are on for the Terrapins. Mickey Doonan, a light hitting shortstop, but not today. No, he's 0 for 2 today. I was thinking of McCandless, who has a low batting average. He's 2 for 3, McCandless. Doolan looking for his first. Doolan rolls a 5 off the batter's card. It's a slow ground out. And that slow ground out will let the runners advance. Play made by the pitcher Johnson the first. 1 away. Now there'll be a pitch hitter for Baltimore. That's going to be Guy Zinn. 269 hitter for Baltimore. 1 down, second and third. Pitch to Guy Zinn. Gamble card 6-6 is off the hitter card. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Not what Zinn had in mind when he went up there to the plate. 2 outs. Top of the order, and Vern Duncan. Chief Johnson could be pitching for his life here. He's given up 3 runs. He gives up 2 more. He'll be fatigued. Here's a pitch to Vern Duncan. 11 off the batter's card. Short single. The short single will score a run. It's 8-4. first and third. Duncan could steal second. That's the basic steal system. But roll of 6, he'll be safe. 1 to 5, he'll be out. And there he goes. He's not going to go because they're 4 runs down and they've already got a man on third. I would not send him in that situation. Harry Swasina. 5 off the pitch card is a short single. In the left field, another run scores. Timeout. New pitcher comes in to pitch for the Kansas City Packers. That's Pete Hennig. 3.17 earned run average. He's got to protect a 3-run lead. There's 2 outs. Jack McCandless at bat. 6 off the pitcher card is a hard ground ball to second base. Fielded by Duke Kenworthy to throw to first. 3 outs. There's a new pitcher for the Baltimore Terrapins in the 8th inning. He is Dave Black. 3.71 earned run average. Good fielding. He had a short major league career, but he is a great fielding pitcher. 69 chances as a pitcher, and he fielded 1,000, never made an error in the major leagues. Chet Chadbourne, top of the order for the Packers, leads off for Kansas City. It is 8-4 as the Terrapins have been chipping away at their lead. Here's a pitch to Chadbourne. 3 off the batter card is a base on balls. He could try to steal. That probably should be automatic, actually, in basic. 6 roll would be safe. He's out. Thrown out by the catcher. 2-4. 1 down. George Perring. 8 off the batter card is a ground ball to second base. Picked up by Adonabi to throw to first, 2 away. Here's the Packers second baseman, Duke Kenworthy. 3-3 roll, that's a gamble card off the pitcher. Infield line drive right back to Dave Black. He's got it. 3 outs. That's it for the Packers in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 8-4 Kansas City. Best hitter for Baltimore is Steve Evans. He leads off the bottom of the 8th. He's a .315 hitter. 11 off the pitcher card is a strikeout. Caught looking, 1 down. Jimmy Walsh. 7 off the batter card. Fly out to center field, 2 outs. Here's the second baseman, Otto Nabi. 11 off the pitch card, base hit for Nabi. 2 outs. Fast runner at first. Here's the catcher, Yip Owens. 1 for 3, singled and scored a run. 6 off the batter card is a ground ball to shortstop, picked up by Johnny Rawlings, a throw across, 3 outs. That's the end of the 8th inning. We go to the top of the 9th. Kansas City 8 and Baltimore 4. 12 runs have been scored in this game, and I think that's the most so far in this dead ball 1915 Federal League season. Alan Shaw will lead off for the Kansas City Packers. Dave Black still pitching for the Terrapins. Here's the pitch to Shaw. 6 off the pitcher card is a base on balls. Grover Gilmore. 5 off the pitch card. Infield pop-up, that's infield fly rule. It's caught by Adonabi. 1 away. Ted Easterly. 8 off the batter's card is a hard ground out. Alert defense, it's a double play. Ground ball to second base, 4-6-3. Home team is the alert defense, so it's a inning-ending double play. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Kansas City Packers 8 and the Baltimore Terrapins 4. All right, this is the bottom of the ninth. This is it for the herd of turtles. They're down by 4 runs. Mickey Doolin, light-hitting shortstop, will lead off for the Terrapins, followed by a pitch hitter for the pitcher, and then the top of the order. Pete Henning is going to try to nail down the Kansas City Packers' first victory of the season. Here's the pitch to Mickey Doolin. 11 off the pitch card is a base hit for Doolin. That's his first hit today. Pitch hitter is going to be Ken Crawford, 244 hitter for Baltimore. 7 off the pitcher card, take a gamble. Runners on first, single to left field. If careless defense, left fielder's throw misses the cutoff for an error. Runners go to second and third. Error on the left fielder. And a single. So here's top of the order, Vern Duncan. Tying runs on deck. Here's the pitch to Duncan. 8 off the pitcher cards, a slow ground out to second base. Let's see. Runners advance, one base. If forced, they're not forced, so they're going to hold. 1 out. Harry Swasina. Gamble card. Off the batter, that's a short double. Short double is going to mean, again, that's probably that pop fly double. Both runners score. And Harry Swasina brings Baltimore to within 2. It's 8-6. Timeout. That's going to be all for Pete Henning, and Kansas City is going to bring in their best pitcher, Nick Collup, to try to shut the door on Baltimore. 2.44 earned run average. He is a tough pitcher, so the defense will go to alert. 1 out, runner on second. Jack McCandless comes to the plate. He is already 2 for 4 in the game. Here's the pitch to McCandless. 3 off the pitch cards, a pop fly double to left field. Another run scores, 8-7. Baltimore is knocking on the door. One out, and the potential tying run is at second base in scoring position. Here is Steve Evans, 315 hitter, pitched from Nick Collup. 11 off the pitcher's card, that's a single. Runner at second scores. Ball game is tied. The Terrapins have battled back 8-8. Jimmy Walsh. Still only 1 out. 8 off the pitch cards, a slow ground ball to the pitcher. Let's see, slow ground out. Runners advance, one base if forced. 2 outs. Nabi. Five off the pitcher's cards, a line drive to left field. We got a tie ball game. Free baseball. We're going to go to the 10th, tied 8-8. Johnny Rollins will lead off for the Kansas City Packers. They're in a new game, 8-8 tie ball game. George LeClaire is the pitcher for Baltimore Terrapins, 2.46 earned run average, hard luck pitcher. Here's a pitch to Johnny Rollins. 5 off the batter's card, ground ball to second base. Nabi throws the first, 1 down. Here's George Stovall. 7 off the pitch card, take a gamble. Short single, faster daring batter to second as third base. Hurry throw bounces away. Stovall is fast, so it's an error on a third baseman, single and an error on a third baseman. Stovall is at second with 1 down. Nick Colop. He is a normal pitcher at bat card. Timeout. Pep Goodwin gets a tap on the shoulder. He will pitch hit for the pitcher, Nick Colop. 1 out, runner in scoring position. Pitch to Goodwin. 10 off the pitcher card is a strikeout. 2 outs. Top of the order and check Goodwin. 6 off the hitter's card. That's a pop-up above home plate in fair territory, caught by the catcher Owens, Yip Owens. That's the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 10th. 8-8 tie. Catcher Yip Owens leads off for the Baltimore Terrapins. Sudden death baseball here. If they score, they win. 8 off the batter's card. That's a high fly out to right field. Caught by Gilmore, 1 down. Mickey Doolin. 6 off the pitch card. Ground ball to the shortstop. Throw to first. 2 outs. George Leclerc is going to hit for himself. He uses the pitcher at bat card. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Gamble card. Off the pitcher's card, batter reaches first on the shortstop's error. It's not listed as fast. So it's an E6. Leclerc's at first with 2 down. Alex Mann pitching for the Packers. Vern Duncan's the hitter. 7 off the batter's cards, popped up on the infield. Shortstop Johnny Rollins calls for it and picks it out of the sky. 3 outs. We go to the top of the 11th inning. Kansas City 8 and Baltimore 8. On the top of the 11th, George Perrin leads off. He's the Packers' 3rd baseman. He's still looking for his first hit in this game. Defense is alert. Home team. Here's the pitch. 6 off the batter's card. Slow ground ball back to the pitcher, Leclerc. He throws the first. 1 away. Duke Kenworthy. 3 off the batter's card. That's a base hit, but he's going to be caught stealing if I roll a 6. No, 6 will make him safe. So Kenworthy singles and steals second. 1 to 5 on those negatives would be out. Packers have a runner in scoring position. 1 down, Al Shaw. 8 off the pitcher card. High fly out to center field. 2 down. Grover Gilmore. 11 off the batter card is a short single. Runner advance 1 base. Call that an infield hit. He's going to try to steal. I owe them not try to steal because I did that once with Baltimore, so he's not going to go and would not go in that situation. 2 outs, Ted Easterly. Gamble card, 4-4. That goes off the pitcher card. That's a pop fly double for Easterly. Runners advance 2 bases with 2 outs. All the runners score. 10-8, Kansas City. Big double by Easterly. Terrapin fans are throwing dice all over the dining room here. Here's Johnny Rawlings. 3-3 roll, that's another gamble card. Off the batter's card, that's a base on balls. Rawlings takes the free gift, goes to first. 2 outs, George Stovall. That's a 4-4 gamble card off the batter's card. Infield line drive to the shortstop, caught right at the shortstop, Doolin. 3 outs, but the Packers scored twice in the 11th inning. They lead 10-8. Our road team defense goes back to Careless because he's not a tough pitcher, and they are the road team. Baltimore will need to score 2 to keep this game going. They've got the second, third, and fourth hitters up: Swasina, McCandless, and Evans. All three have hits in this game. Here's a pitch from Alex Main. I forgot to announce him when he brought him in the last inning. The main man for the Packers right now, Alex Main, on the mound, 2.54 earned run average. Here's the pitch to Swasina. 7 off the batter's card. Slow ground ball to the shortstop. Johnny Rollins has it, throws the first, 1 away. Maine's got 2 to get to nail down this game. They couldn't nail it down in the 9th inning. Baltimore came back with 4 runs in the 9th to send it to extras. Here's the pitch to McCandless, 6 off the pitcher's card. Slow ground ball back to the pitcher. Maine's got it, throws over to first base. Caught by Stovall, 2 outs. And it's going to be up to Steve Evans, the best Baltimore hitter. Roll is a 5 off the batter card. It's a hard ground ball to first base. Stovall's got it. The player manager steps on the bag, and that's the ball game. Final score, the Kansas City Packers get into the win column 10-8, and we'll be back with a wrap-up. All right, before we recap this game, we'll look at the other action around the league. This was not the only extra inning game. They had to go to extras in Newark, where the Peppers dropped a game to the St. Louis Terriers, 4-3. That game went 12 innings. The Brooklyn Tip-Tops defeated the Chicago Whales 5-4, and the Buffalo Blues beat the Pittsburgh Rebels 3-1. In our game, we had 18 hits, or 18 runs and 31 hits, 4 errors. They had more action in this one game than you get in a week of action in a 2021 season. And it reads for Kansas City, 10 runs, 18 hits, 3 errors. For Baltimore, they scored 8 runs, 13 hits, and they committed 1 error. The star of the game is Rover Gilmore, the right fielder for the Kansas City Packers. He had a 2-run triple in the first inning, and overall went 3 for 6 in the game and scored 2 runs. Rover Gilmore is today's star of the game. The winning pitcher, by the way, was Alex Main. 2 innings pitched, no runs scored against him, and we're declared the loser for the Terrapins. 2 innings pitched, 2 earned runs allowed. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the subscription button. The like button is helpful, and I always appreciate your comments. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. And this is Apba Brian with the Apba Baseball Classics channel saying so long. God bless.